Hi, good evening. My name is Nickole Romeiko. This is for class OS210. Hi, class. Hi, Professor Polf. This week's discussion is about an organization that we're familiar with that does use the human services and human relations in the principles of management, as well as how the organization functions itself and worker satisfaction. The company that I'm going to discuss tonight is Verizon Wireless. It's a company that I worked for. They're a little bit of a unique company. Normally when you work for a company, their healthcare and health benefits don't kick in until at the very least after the first 30 days of employment. With Verizon Wireless, their benefits kicked in the very first day that you started with the company. Which this was really good for me because 10 days prior to me starting work for them, I had major surgery on my right leg. And in terms of that surgery, it required me to not be able to walk for about 6 months. And after the 6 months, I had to retrain my body how to walk. And this company was fantastic. They worked around my doctor's appointments, even though I wasn't still in the training phase. And when I was learning to walk, they would even give me time during the day to be able to work that off. Being able to learn how to walk, spending the time with me just trying to walk and get through that, which is something that's a little bit unique. I've never had a company that has actually done that, that's actually cared about the employees that work for them. Nothing like what these people did. It was really interesting. They required long hours of us, which on some days, especially when the iPhone first came out for Verizon, which I believe was the iPhone 4.0, I would often work 16 to 18-hour days. During that sense, they would come and bring us pizza so that we didn't have to worry about trying to get food. They'd bring salads for those of us that didn't eat pizza. And they would actually even give us energy drinks to keep us awake. They provided free coffee, things of that nature. They really cared about how all of us as employees were. They did have the open door policy. If we had any problems with other employees, any supervisors, they were nice enough to talk to us and allow us to talk to them. It was just really interesting. On top of that, having the open door policy and really talking to us, which they did a lot of, don't get me wrong, they came up to the floors quite often with the human resources professionals actually did. And they would often do little seminars with us. They did have us do like one-on-one trainings with them. And anytime that we had any problems whatsoever, at least I never felt like I would get retribution or retaliation back towards myself for going and talking to somebody about a problem. They didn't function like that, which was really cool. I even had one incident where one of my fellow employees, I should say, had come up to me and said some things about my supervisor. And quite often, I was one of like 5 people that closed with this supervisor, and it made me very uncomfortable. And because of the open door policy, I was able to talk to who I needed to in order to get clarification on some things. And with that, I was never in trouble. I never got the stress of what I've felt before with having to bring different things up to people, which was awesome. I really liked that. And it was never like there was never a weird feeling between me and this other employee, or me and my supervisor, me and the HR professional. It was never like that. On top of that, the company really cared about what was going on with us too. They provided counseling services free of charge. Grief counseling, financial counseling, anything that we had needed as far as problems with our families, they were there for. They also did care about the workers themselves, so whenever we would go above and beyond, which we would often do, we got recognized in a lot of different ways. We would get certificates of recognition. It would get posted throughout the entire company, through the region. I actually did really well. I got to know the GM very well because of my production purposes. And I found through this company that the more that you produce, the more that they care about you, the more that they do things for you, the more you get different gifts, you get different bonus incentives. And I learned very quickly that that's the type of company that I want to work for, is one that really cares about their employees And when their employees go above and beyond, they're also willing to do that as well. And for me, I don't think one is better than the other as far as having an organization that's only based off of human services or one that's based off of human resources where they really are mainly about the benefits of the employee, as far as income and health benefits. But I can say that when there's a company that has a good balance between the two, that is going to make the workers really provide the best and produce the best for an organization and make them really soar in terms of the companies themselves, the organizational recognition, word of mouth. And when you have happy workers work harder. And, I ended up leaving the company because of personal reasons, but that's the type of company that I really would work for, is when I'm going above and beyond and working hard for you, I expect the company to do the same for me. And that's it. I hope you all enjoyed the reading and everything else. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye, everybody.